This is a book review of Conan Le Cimmerien. This was Iron Shadows in the Moon, or Moonlight. So this is by Robert E. Howard. Obviously, that was the original writer. Brilliant stories. So, and there's the artist there. So just put that there. This is French, of course. This is French version. There are English versions available, American versions, I should say, and they're from Blaze. Blaze are bringing them out. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a version of this one, the Iron Shadows. I hope so. At the moment, there's Red Nails. There's also Black Coast, Frost Giant's Daughter, etc. But this one, present, I haven't seen. So in American. Of course, Marvel brought out a version, and Dark Horse also got a version of this story. It's a classic story. Brilliant story. And I go always with Conan, of course, it always involves some glorious, gorgeous woman that he goes to a city or wherever, and there's always problems. And in this case, there's the iron statues. It's a very, very good story. Thoroughly enjoyable. Now, these books are absolutely beautiful. They're much bigger. Obviously, I'm just going to show you the size. You can see the size there, much bigger than the American versions. So if you get American versions, it's probably back to about there. Also, you get like lovely bonus material back. Of course, in the American versions, you get bonus material as well. But it's hardback and just a real quality book. It's glorious. Glenat? I'm hopeless with speaking French, so I'm just not even going to say that. But I can read it reasonably well, so it's and also the story's familiar. So it's not exactly you're going to come across. It's completely unusual story that you can't work out what's generally happening. So even if there's the odd word, I think, I wonder what that means. I can always quickly look it up and translate it. So we got the story initially. You got Olivia. Olivia's going through all this undergrowth and she's being chased. Conan comes along. Conan looks amazing. It's a real brutal Conan, really. And of course, it's there's no holding back, and there's some pretty brutal scenes in the first 3 or 4 pages. So you know exactly where you're going from. There's no subtlety. He's not going to turn around and say, "Do you want a cup of coffee?" to this guy. No, there's a battle scene, and it's brutal. And so anyone expecting it, nice, very cut. And I love the panel structure as well. I love the way that they split panels. There's no sort of like American approaches to think this is like. Of course, everyone has their favourite styles. I really love French comics and this style that French comics often lay it out. I think it's just beautiful. And the colouring is great. Paper quality is superb. Absolutely amazing. I just wish British comics, though we got lots of great British comics coming out from like Rebellion. I love their comics. But when you look at these, you think, oh, I really hope that that we will have some books as glorious as this sort of thing. But who knows? Maybe it might happen. But then again, whenever I go to France or Italy, etc., and you see just the vast range of comics, and you just think, hang on. This is, I say, it's just beautiful colouring as well. Just the colouring and the artwork is superb all the way through this. Layout is just great. Conan, like I say, is just looking absolutely awesome there. As he goes through they got the jungle, and of course, as always with these books, you always know there's a city or place that you really probably shouldn't be going to. And there's always going to be something that is going to be there. Well, of course there is. But you know, with a person like Conan, you're virtually guaranteed you're going to get, well, maybe the sporting characters are not so guaranteed. They're not. They might be friends for a bit. They'll have 2 or 3 stories, but they never last very long with poor old Conan. But I really love the character of Olivia. Obviously, I've just been recently reading the Dark Horse with Olivia's story as well, and that was just absolutely brilliant. And it's just great reading this one as well. Just absolutely. And the character they got here, there's a similar. I remember reading the Dark Horse one. This one, you've got this guy, he's an enormous character. I would not want to face this guy. It's just classic. So all the way through here, and just finish off there. And you've got a little bit of all about R.E. Howard, all the various, about his life, etc. And then onto these bonus materials. Got some drawings. They look great as well. Absolutely brilliant. And some homages at the back, which are pretty good as well. So absolutely brilliant. Now this is part of an ongoing, well, I don't know if it's an ongoing series. I really don't know. However, there's a number of these books on their website. So definitely worth checking out. And I'm certain you can also find them obviously on other sites as well. So you can purchase these. And I think these are absolutely beautiful volumes. And even if you can't speak French, just the artwork, appreciate the artwork. The artwork is superb throughout. Totally recommended. Brilliant.